exposure to the Observer. And we had him on about 2 weeks ago, but he's back because he's in the spotlight. Yes, let me say a pleasant good evening to Minister of Public Administration and AI Technology, Senator the Honourable Dominic Smith. Good evening, sir.
Hi, good evening, my brother. How are you?
Always good to hear your voice. Always good, and
Same, my brother.
more than anything now, because I know that we had a lot of mischief taking place over the weekend, where people were afraid and they were panicking and what have you. But waking up this morning was a complete difference, where government launches National Recruitment Drive 2025. Over 20,000 plus jobs available nationwide. Uh, this is great news. Please go right ahead. The floor is yours. We're hearing jobs. It's something that people have been talking about. Go right ahead, Minister.
Yes, my brother. Well, I want to say again, thank you for inviting me on. It's always a pleasure to be part of the conversation here. And of course, good afternoon to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. What can I say? The Prime Minister in her leadership has committed to the people of Trinidad and Tobago that we will listen first, and then we would take constructive action to remedy issues in society at large. And one of the big problems coming out after the last election was real jobs. Real jobs, real tangible employment for citizens. And, the approach in the past has been one where, it's a situation where you have employment, but the employment is not one that, allows and facilitates persons to really, benefit in a real sense from the employment, and also to have, sustainable income. And so, the Prime Minister envisioned on how do we, re-strategize the way in which people can be employed by the public sector. And as a result, it's not about the fanfare. It's about really getting the job done and putting in the work. And that's what we've endeavored to do. And through the Ministry of Public Admin and AI, and of course, a team of committed cabinet ministers, we've come up with the Trinidad National Recruitment Drive. And what that does is that it allows persons to go on the site employtt.gov.tt/job recruitment drive, and they can apply for thousands of jobs, enter their details, submit their CVs, and at the end of the day, this is about creating real opportunities for people, and we're trying to demonstrate as much as possible that everyone can participate in the labor market and the labor pool, and we wanted to give people an equal opportunity to do so. And so this drive, they can do it via the application, of course, and we also have set up for persons who are unable to fill the applications online, they can go down to the cycling velodrome. We have the schedule posted on social media and on various channels, and persons can make their applications there as well. So it's a day of hope. It's a day of promises made and promises delivered by the government, and we're really looking forward to the powerful progress that can be made with this initiative.
Yeah, it states here under the theme "Real Jobs, Real People, Real Change." Now, there are those who are going to weigh in on this and say, well, we've had a work culture where many people were always content with perhaps going in at 8 o'clock, getting something done, and they need to be out of there by lunchtime or before lunch. And now you're changing up this entire thing, and you're asking people to change that whole culture, that way that they're accustomed to. I mean, what do you say to folks who would make such statements?
I think it's really important for us to redefine the work culture in Trinidad and Tobago, and we have to be guided by the changing environment of the job market. We can't continue, as the Prime Minister said, to do things that we've done historically. We have to really strategize. We have to really critically think, and I think this initiative really stems from that sort of change management. So I think persons can look forward to what is real opportunity. You mentioned the tagline, real jobs, real change, real people. And those three words can be intertwined, but the true concept is a concept of hope and empathy for people. Because when you think about it, someone doesn't only want to be employed, they want to be able to provide for their family. They want to be able to get jobs where they can build a life for their family, they can build a life for their children. And it's not about just giving piecemeal employment. It's about giving employment that can allow people to be homeowners, that can allow people to progress their lives, to have a higher standard of living. And that is the genesis of this initiative. Looking at everyone, providing a level of equity, and, leveling the playing field, because you can see in the application as well that, we have jobs listed there with no experience. We have jobs listed with experience. We have jobs listed based on certain requirements. So it's a multi-tiered approach, and our focus is, of course, to give jobs to our citizens as soon as possible, understanding the dynamics of the country, understanding the economics of what we've inherited. And, we're looking forward to partnering with the public to really improve the overall labor market and, of course, provide gainful employment to our people.
Yeah. We had a former prime minister who said that, and this was said in Laventille, of course, it is time for the citizens to wean off the government. Now we're seeing an administration that is saying, listen, we have a responsibility to give you the opportunity to, as you mentioned, feel as though that you have worth and value, not just a job, but a sense of belonging as well. And something that is going to at least help you to be globally competitive on the market. Taking all of that in consideration, I mean, give us an idea, sitting down with the Prime Minister, having this plan, saying, this is what we spoke about on the campaign trail, this is what we want to deliver. I mean, a lot of ideas might have been popping around and people talk. Give us a sense of how that was now that we're seeing this initiative coming off the ground.
I want to say that our Prime Minister, she's someone with a very positive work ethic. She works very hard, and that is instilled in all our cabinet members and all our MPs. And I want to say that the directive really comes from her in terms of our approach. And 5-6 months into administration, when you look into really reshape and reimagine employment for our citizens, this is something that has happened in quick time. And I think that is the approach. The approach is we don't have time to sit on our laurels, and there's a level of urgency that we've been applying to all of our government work. And this is a direct result of that vision. And people will begin to see a lot of transformational initiatives pushed out by various ministries. This one was done in collaboration with a number of ministries, and you'd see as well all of the ministries would have contributed their available jobs to us. And then we're using the analytics and the dashboarding and the websites and the applications. We're using the technology in a way that can really facilitate and show persons that we're living in an age of digital transformation, and this is what they can expect. They can expect solutions that are ready and able to facilitate the applications, and then powered by artificial intelligence, powered by technology. They can also see that we're also catering to everyone on the ground as well, where we have the setup at the velodrome and a number of activation hubs that we rolled out in the coming days and weeks. So, the population can be positive, and the population can certainly look forward to a dynamic leadership, which has, been demonstrating results. I can't go without saying, the budget has said promises made, promises kept. And stemming from the manifesto, persons who are, patriotic and who are logical minded can go to the manifesto and see every box is being checked, and we'll continue to do so with the guidance of our Prime Minister.
Yeah. Now, of course, weighing in on this entire thing, there will be people with special needs and what have you. You have people say, well, I'm a mother, I can't put in all these hours, I have children. And so is there going to be different programs reaching out to the needs of those people who are going to be listed for these jobs?
I think the first step, in the first phase, and this, we call this phase 1. It's important for us to do the data gathering aspect, so we get a sense of, what applicants have applied, and, based on the categories that we've defined, we filter that data and we really use the data to be smart as possible to develop those insights. Now, we're not only using technology, but we're also having persons come, on the ground, in person as well. So we will be able to determine, where are the gaps, and what are the dynamics in terms of the labor pool. And, in the subsequent phases to come, yes, those issues will be met head on. This is a government that we haven't said that we have all the answers, but the Prime Minister has made a commitment to try. We will try to do what needs to be done. The budget is a reflection of that. And, in the coming weeks and months to follow, there will be multiple phases. This is just the first phase. So I think in good time, many of those intricacies will be rolled out and executed in due course.
Yeah, and as you said, it's phase one. Give us an idea, walk us through the program. I mean, as you said, you can do it online. You can come down and fill out the hard copy at any of the centers, and there'll be more centers. At this time, I believe there's only, how many, 2 or 3? Or?
At this time, we have one main activation line, which is at the Cycling Garage in Cuba. And those are open today. Actually, we opened it as soon as possible, so 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. today. We'll have closed off now. But we also have an opening on Tuesday, which would be 8 to 4 as well, and continuing to Friday. And we look to highlight more activations across the country from around Tuesday, the 21st of October. So keep abreast of the social media channels, and of course the Office of the Prime Minister will provide more data and information related to those rollouts. But much to be expected, and much to be delivered in the coming days.
Yeah, very exciting things. Any closing comments? Go right ahead.
It's just to re-emphasize the point that this is about real employment, real jobs, real people, and we're trying to really demonstrate real change in the labor market. It's a partnering here. We've not done or initiated any action without proper consultation, and so it's an invitation for the national public to engage with us, to engage with government, and together we can move. We can overcome any challenge that we face. And one of the challenges has been the way in which labor has been used and mobilized and activated, and persons benefiting who shouldn't be benefiting. And this is a transformational agenda that we have here. But the most important thing is equity, fairness, accountability. And this initiative, it speaks to all of those pillars, and we will continue to do that and demonstrate that to the public. So the naysayers can say what they like, but this is an initiative that has happened quickly. And we have the political will to do so, and we'll continue to do so to the benefit of the population and the people.
Thank you so much for taking time out, giving us this great news. Keep up the good work. We'll be checking in with you, of course, as time goes along. Yes,
my brother. Thank you, and to the national public, have a good afternoon, and Shub Diwali, of course.
Shub Diwali to you as well. Thank you so much.
Deep. Observe.